appreciate you taking the time to sit back and listen to it at least. And like I said, if you do have questions for me and you just don't think of them now or don't want to ask right now, send me this to that email address. So, there's one to it.
How common is it to have more than one prison shooter?
Not common. Obviously, it does happen. You know, look at San Bernardino just like a month or so ago. Yeah, but not overly common. I'm not sure if there is a real answer to why that is. I would surmise it's because it takes a lot of coordination, and how many people do you trust that well that you're going to involve someone else in something like that? That was a husband and wife duo, so that kind of makes sense. So one other one over here.
So have your response times changed after Paris or the Mumbai terrorist attack, where there's a possibility of multiple events happening at the same time?
Yeah, I don't know that they've necessarily changed. They have a little bit, and the reason I say that is because at one time the school of thought was assemble your experts, so your SWAT or whoever, or like whoever's available that knows the most about that kind of stuff, and then go in as a team and, you know, neutralize the threat, blah, blah, blah. Now we're kind of more like the solo response is really a better response, because we're trying to be not predictable just like they were trying to be not predictable. So that's really what we found is the better way to do it for the most part, as long as you have people that are really confident and know what they're doing. I mean, and the objective is to get there, take out the threat as soon as possible, and save as many people as possible. So a minute is like a lifetime when you're sparring with somebody and it's like no holds barred. How long does a minute seem like? They're like, okay, you're going for a minute. Seems like forever. Well, when you're under fire like that, or you're in some kind of situation that's that dire of circumstances, seems like forever. So we will typically, whoever gets there first is incident command, and you will go in and do your thing, and then, you know, hopefully you neutralize it as soon as possible. So.
With more prevalence of more paramilitary style attacks, would a description to whoever the responsibility is of what kind of gear the shooter or shooters will be wearing, like body armor, things like that, if possible, would be something that they want to know?
Yeah, we still want to know. You're right. You can get just about anything online these days. So a lot of time, and since I said San Bernardino earlier, they were wearing like a black body armor type of thing, and it was really confusing to the people that were there. They thought they saw 3 different people at one time, and then there was just one, and ended up being 2. So, we still want to know as much as possible about that. And unfortunately, people's memories get really cloudy when they get put in that stressful of a situation. It just, yeah. I wish I had a better answer for you, but that's really just of it.
Do you know how, on average, how long these active shooting incidents can occur?
How long, as far as one event prolonged, or what?
Well, yeah, just how long? From when someone starts shooting, usually does it take to?
Oh, well, that's a hard one to answer. Generally speaking, they're pretty short. They go in because, like I said, they plan this for however long. Like the Sandy Hook kid, he went to school there, so he knew the layout of the school. He didn't live that far away. The FBI, when they raided his house and they exploited the site to get all the info, they did a GPS tracker from his phone. He did several trial runs from his house and timed himself to see how quickly he could get there. And he didn't want to die. He wanted to do that and then leave. So that didn't take very long at all. That was pretty much in, but the police response was pretty quick. So we don't know how long that might have taken, but most of the time it's fairly quick.
For police to get on the scene though, is that usually I don't know, 5 minutes or?
It really depends on where it is. If it's here on campus, we're going to be there within, I would say, 2 to 3 minutes. That's generally, we've timed ourselves when we've done different drills, and it's usually right around 2 minutes. So, but yeah, it depends on where it is, because if it's say it's out of the ice arena or something, south a ways, that might be, maybe an Ames officer is closer, so they're going to be the first ones in, but it's still going to take a little bit longer to get there. All right. Hey, thank you very much for having me. Like I said, if I can do anything for you,
Last
Got
question,
anything?
sorry. During the bird training, they said that if we saw any kind of suspicious anything, to call and let you know, because apparently there's 2 or 3 people, I think you're one of those 2 that mentioned, and you just do all investigations of any kind of suspicious person, like the guy we had upstairs in the armory was
Oh, yeah.
by
Yeah.
whoever, whatnot. So, what number would we call just to say, hey, this is kind of funny, maybe you should check it out? Because,
Yeah,
like,
for
this
an
is-
incident like that, I wouldn't probably recommend calling 911 unless like you see a weapon or something like that, obviously. But you just call 4428 right there. That goes to our dispatch. There's somebody there 24 hours a day, every single day of the year. So that's the number you call. If you're calling from a campus line, it's just 4428. We've had that number since like the 60s too, so it's been around a long time.
All right, thank you.
Sir, did you have anything?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Why you got some?
I was gonna hold it. I know I have to enhance this coming here in a second.
I'm not a Mac person.
Everyone hates that I have this,
Oh, that's
and I'm the one who has to bring them.
We should stop it.
Hey, stand up, check it out.